The outermost layer of the lock is an aluminum casing. This protects the important inner workings of the lock and prevents it from acquiring rust on the outside. The casing is made in two parts, the cup and the top that goes over the cup. The cup is made of aluminum and is drawn up around the die. If you look closely, you can see the lines going up the edge of the casing from the drawing process. After the aluminum cup is created, the bottom shape is stamped and the holes on the side and bottom are forged. The top of the cup is made from aluminum that is rolled into a thin sheet. The sheet is then blanked into a circle with the indents on it. The top is placed on the cup and the edges of the cup are crimped around the top to hold them together.
The steel cup is constructed of a stainless steel alloy. The various markings on the part indicated they were made using a forging process. Using various dies, the holes are blanked out of the cup. The outer case is keyed into position and held together by the inner posts that are crimped together.
The plastic washers go in between the combination discs on the disc shaft as separators. They are made of nylon, created using an extrusion process.
The combination discs are made of cold-rolled steel, put into a blanking die, and cut into the correct shape. The raised bumps on the edges of the discs are vitally important to the lock because combined with the combination cam, they determine the numbers that unlock the shackle. The discs are placed on the shaft and held at an appropriate distance from one another by the plastic washers.
The lever is made up of two parts, the latch housing and the lever spring. The latch housing is made of the zinc alloy Zamic. The parting line and the complexity of the part are evidence that the latch housing is made through injection molding. The spring lever is simply a strip of spring steel that is cut and bent into shape. It is inserted into a slot in the latch housing and crimped in by two center punch-like holes on the side.
The locking latch is made out of stainless steel. It was made using a casting process by evidence of the parting down the center of the part. The latch is held in place by a spring and a pin through the latch housing.
The shackle begins as a rod of steel that is turned to create the slot for the shackle collar. It is then notched on the other end to accept the shape of the locking latch. Finally, it is bent into shape and heat treated.
The shackle collar is made of cold-rolled steel that is cut into shape by a blanking die. The curve of the shape is made to fit around the turn slot in the end of the shackle.
The combination cam is also made from a zinc alloy. The shape is cast into the circle with the teeth on one side. The combination cam, interlocked with the combination dial, ultimately determines the numbers that open the lock.
The dial is made out of a zinc alloyed steel. The shape is obtained through a casting process. Once the part is made, the outside surface is white wiped and then painted a bright color.
The disc shaft is cast in Zamic, a zinc alloy. It aligns the combination discs and holds most of the mechanisms within the lock together.
The post is a small steel pin that is cast into its shape. It goes through a hole in the latch housing and is connected through the steel cup and the steel backing.